First just beats you down.
Yeah, sure does.
So realistically, we're doing average above average. And you just get told, no, it's just not good.
I'm a reporter for The Times. Today, we are off to a warehouse in Burnley which is run by Boohoo. There have been allegations made by former workers that working conditions at this warehouse are substandard. So I'm going undercover as a warehouse operative known as a picker. One of the first things I notice is the heat. I'm on the night shift from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning, but with no windows or air conditioning in the warehouse. Temperature on the hottest floor reached 32 degrees. Does it get hotter than this or not?
Last week, 2 weeks ago, when it was at 36 degrees, it was extraordinary.
Managers are well aware of how hot it is, but say we must still meet our targets. During a meeting, a colleague challenges the manager, asking for extra breaks to help cope with the heat. My camera wasn't on at this point, but I was able to use an audio device to record the exchange.
Right now, look at me. I'm standing here, I'm not moving, and yeah, I'm already dripping with sweat, yeah?
What about extra breaks?
No, I get it is hot, but we still have to perform.
The work is physically demanding. I spend long shifts pushing a large trolley up and down aisles, racing to collect items for dispatch. Several workers told me they'd suffered significant injuries to their feet, knees or shoulders, they claimed caused by the nature of the work. When this happened, they alleged Boohoo managers were unwilling to make allowances.
What did they say when you went to the manager about your foot?
They said nothing, no answer.
Yeah.
It was, if they say, okay, we can't or something, okay, we can't. But they said nothing. No answer. It was like I was nothing.
One of my colleagues claims he injured his shoulder picking and was taking painkillers to cope.
It's really, really bad.
Is this the one on your shoulder?
Yeah. Like it's to the point where I'm just really struggling. I'm seriously struggling with the pain. It's like an 8 out of 10.
Really?
It's really bad. I'm on ibuprofen and paracetamol.
One day I talked to a Pakistani worker who tells me about a concerning incident. He says that a white manager tried to force a group of Pakistani pickers to work in the hottest part of the warehouse, while white Bulgarian workers were kept in the cooler areas. The manager claimed the change was dictated from above, but when the worker checked with a more senior manager, this turned out to be untrue.
He was sending all the Pakistani people to Jamboree, his hot environment there, and he was encouraging Bulgarian people to stay here.
So he was sending all the Pakistani people to the hot one and Bulgaria to stay here.
Warehouse workers are under intense pressure to meet targets and are constantly monitored via a device strapped to their arm, which tells them where to go. Pickers are expected to collect 130 items an hour throughout their shift, more than 2 a minute, even though they can sometimes be several aisles away. One colleague tells me he was reprimanded for getting water during his shift.
Manager was like, what do you think you're doing in here? It's an unauthorised break. And I was like, I need a drink. I mean, you can't stop people from getting a drink.
While pickers are working flat out throughout the night, managers often just stood around doing nothing or chatting. On one occasion, I came across 2 managers watching a cricket match on mobile phone.
What's the score? Sorry, I was just checking what the score was.
Charlie 3.
Which one's the...
These 24,
Yeah.
36 total.
Very good.
16 more different.
After 4 weeks at the warehouse, despite working flat out, I'm struggling to reach my training target of 100 items an hour. The manager tells me off and says from tomorrow I'm going to be expected to get to the normal target of 130 items an hour.
Going to the targets.
Okay.
And next shift, you should hit the targets. And big managers, they're gonna send the email regarding to give you the portions or feedbacks.
Okay.
At the moment, I can't do it because you're on training. So on the training today, you should do like above 100.
Yeah.
Week 4, it should be above 100. But none of your hours is above 100.
Okay.
By my 12th shift, I've seen enough. I tell Boohoo that I'm quitting. No one seems surprised. Staff turnover at the warehouse is high. The pressure is relentless, and the monotony and physical demands of the job quickly take their toll. By the end, I'm reliant on energy drinks to get through the long shifts, accumulated a sleep debt, and find myself struggling with the long, lonely hours. I'm glad to be leaving, but many of my colleagues have no other choice but to continue.